Hey YouTubers, it's Janine Ayana Watkins reading Sonderlogue in Part H, Here Lies Sonderlight. Sonderlogue. Walking into an unfamiliar universe may seem oddly familiar. It's almost the same as your current reality, with a few adjustments in the way that words are interpreted. You've experienced this when reliving shared memories with someone you love. When engaging in conversations and sharing how you felt, you realize that you both remember different versions of the same experience. The same occurrence, but different versions. It doesn't discredit either party. It's just simply an opportunity to expand on your acceptance that there are two different points of view. There are two different points of view from two different universes. Let's start there. Everyone is their own universe, and based on where they orbit, they may see things slightly, if not extremely differently than you. In my universe, I began to understand this when I discovered a new word, Sonder. It was introduced to me on April 15, 2012 by Nathan Collins after hiking Cucamonga Peak in California, watching Legend of Korra, and being introduced to a graphic novel, Day Tripper. My universe was never the same. Sonder was a word coined back in 2012 by John Koenig in a project called the Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows, which aimed to come up with new words for emotions that lacked words. Sonder is defined as a profound feeling of realizing that everyone, including strangers you pass in the street, has a life as complex as your own, which they are constantly living despite your lack of awareness of it. Since seeing everything in this new Sonder life has just started to go forward. Whether life clicks in alignment or snaps in disconnection, it completely continues and keeps flowing. Since this discovery of flow, the time I have lived has gone by in a flash. Memories will flood back instantly, and through reliving them, I get to review them emotionally. Many of these past memories you will revisit while reading this book. In 2015, September 6th to be exact, I wrote my first epiphany. One that echoes throughout this story. Understand, and hold this as this key in the universe. Since then, through dreams, travel, and unforeseen conversations, this line still rings true. Now let's get comfortable with energy. Energy is all around us. It beckons to be used and used up completely in hopes of becoming new forms of life. It wants to be all forms of life. What types of life, you ask? Every type of life. People, plants, parasites, and pets. Now, this might be a stretch for some, but all energy is equal, and every bit plays a valuable role. It is known that energy cannot be created nor destroyed, just moved. So throughout this story, from the point of view given by this universe, energy will be called prana. Prana is equal, regardless of where it resides in this universe. The sun, Mars, or Earth. Yes, Mars is Mars and Earth is Earth. This book modifies the human language as it would appear to a Martian. It's my understanding that some universal words are mixed up. I was taught that I live on Earth in the Milky Way galaxy, but most prana beings of this universe call this planet Earth in the regional galaxy. There, that isn't that much of a stretch. Take the Andromeda Galaxy, which is much older and is agreed to be the closest galaxy to us. The Andromedas think it's rubbish that humans call their beloved Sir Reginald star anything less than its regal title. Oh, you might have caught that. Beloved. Yes, Sir Reginald speaks the language of lave. The word love is evolved from the word lave, similar to our word glitter evolving from glister. Just like prana, words can evolve. Take it up with Shakespeare sometime, if he had ever come back around. Or observe this the next time you are in an argument. We see it happen when at least two universes are willing to come together and communicate with the intention of shedding light on previously declared dark words. This is exciting for those who are willing to wander in wonder of what could be discovered in unknown worlds of darker words. And that will take place very often in this book, which explores very different levels of communication that all prana have available to them. I use all 4 that I'm aware of, and I broke them down in a way to aid you in your journey throughout the series. 1. When verbal communication is seen, you will see it with quotation marks. 2. When using telepathy or tele, you will see it appear in italicized and in quotations. When using internal communication, this appears italicized and underlined. Unlike verbal communication or telepathy, it can be used and heard only by those who are part of the conversation, a direct line. 4. When Sonder uses inner intelligence, it appears bold, italicized, and underlined. It is only used when having conversations with oneself. As far as this book goes, the main character will have a lot of self-reflection, especially while communicating with 5 very important pixelated prana beings. To keep track of them, I have assigned them 5 different tonal patterns: bass, caltrato, baritone, countertenor, and soprano. And during this part of the journey, they will be needed to shed enlightenment in areas of darkness that we desire to ascertain. When there is a desire to understand the darkness within one's own universal world, ultimately the pursuit leads to peace and the ultimate freedom to pursue one's own happiness. Again, I was fortunate to stumble upon this word Sonder, and I'm elated to share what I have gained through my experiences in finding my universal happiness in life, life, and the universe. I wish the same on to all who go through their self-discoveries. So, without further ado, I bring forth Sonder lives or lives? Regardless, here lies Sonder Light. Places, everyone. It's showtime. Flash.